Everybody, welcome back. It's Buddha time. Buddha time. We're in the section titled Wisdom. Okay? And we're on page 160. Pocket Buddha. Monks. The lion, king of beasts, comes forth from his lair in the evening. He stretches himself and surveys all the four directions. Having done this, he utters his great lion's roar 3 times. Then he sets off in search of prey. When the animals hear the sound of the roar, they tremble and quake. Those that live in holes dive in them, water dwellers hurry to the water, forest creatures hide within the trees, the birds fly up to the top branches. In the villages, the elephants pull and tear at their leather straps until they break them. Then they run to and fro in panic, letting their excrement pour out. For such is the power of the lion, king of beasts, mighty and majestic. In the same way, monks, when a sage arises in the world, one who is enlightened, perfect in wisdom and conduct, a knower of all the worlds and a teacher of all those who can be taught, teaching, notice this though, all the worlds, a knower of all the worlds, a teacher of those who can be taught. This is the self. This is the origin of the self. This is the liberation of the self. This is the way leading to that liberation. Then, monks, whatever gods there are living in their heavenly mansions, on hearing this teaching they fall afraid, quaking and trembling, as if hearing a lion's roar. It seems that although we thought ourselves permanent, we are not. Although we thought ourselves settled, we are not. Although we thought we would last forever, we will not. So it seems we are impermanent, unsettled, not lasting, and full of self. This, monks, is how potent and enlightened such a one can be in a world of humans and gods. It is for you to become this. Anguttara Nikaya, the lion. Roar. When all the myriad streams that flow in different places, each with its own color and taste, enter the great ocean, they blend and become just one taste, with one name. In the same way, stupidity and wisdom both become one in the awakened mind. When one first starts along the path, there seems to be a distinction, that this is stupidity and that is wisdom. But later, when one penetrates more deeply, one finds there is no difference between stupidity and wisdom. Visuddhimagga. I would disagree with that, but what you gonna do? People lose their wisdom eye through ignorance, doubt, and false ideas. I think through doubt you can definitely lose wisdom if you doubt too much. However, Rene Descartes would probably say different. But when they realize the nature of reality, the wisdom eye shines clear once again. Ordinary people see only through the body senses. Thus they see things as though each object had its own ultimate nature and were different from the rest. It is to this belief they cling, but when they find the wisdom eye of clarity, they realize that all entities are not ultimately real, but that nirvana is the true reality. Surangama Sutra. Subhuti asked, if all the thoughts and emotions are really empty of what we call self, how does a disciple work without a self? How does he become freed? The Buddha answered, if the disciple is aware that the beingness within all beings, see the beingness within all beings, very Heideggerian, maybe Heidegger read some Buddha, is not what we call an actual self, that such a conditioned construct as the self has no eternal reality, but that the truth is simply the beingness of beings. Then he does not lose his foothold in the realm of sanity and wisdom. Prajna Paramita. Sakuladai, the wanderer, asked the Buddha, what is the past and what is the future? Let the past be, answered the Buddha, and forget the future. I will teach you that which is now. When this condition is, that condition comes to be. With the arising of this that arises, when this is not here, that does not come into existence. With the ceasing of this, that too ceases. Mahima Nikaya. A monk, Meghiya, the Buddha's attendant, was attracted by a beautiful mango grove by a river. Oh, I bet the smell was great. A perfect place to meditate, he thought. He asked the Buddha if he might go there, but the Buddha was doubtful. Just wait a bit, Meghiya, until some other monk comes along to go with you. We are alone here. But Meghiya kept on asking, and at last the Buddha replied, Well, when you talk of striving for concentration, Meghiya, there's really nothing I can say. Do as you want. So Meghiya went to the mango grove to meditate, but to his astonishment 3 disagreeable and wrongful thoughts began to fill his mind. Longing for sensual pleasures, thoughts of ill will, and a definite wish to harm. I think we've all struggled with that, right? It's strange and amazing, he said to himself, that after leaving home to be a homeless monk, I am still assailed by these appalling thoughts. He went back to the Buddha and told him what had happened. Meghiya, when you are not yet liberated, there are 5 things you need to help you set your mind free. 1 is a good friend. Aww. Another is practice an upright behavior. Next, you need proper counsel to help you calm your thoughts and enlighten your mind. An elder, a sage. We all need that. I have Mufti Mek, so I'm good. But, yes. 4th, you should make a real effort to get rid of unwholesome mind states. Yeah, you gotta, if you're around people who, just want to party, and then that energy gets in you, it's pretty toxic. And at last, you need the wisdom to see the conditioned rise and fall of events. Anguttara Sutta. Having tasted the sweetness of inner solitude and calmness, the one who lives by the law is free from fearing and suffering. It is joy to see such awakened ones, and to live with them is happiness. To travel with unawakened makes the journey long and hard, and is as painful as traveling with an enemy. Dang. Yes, your friends, they can drag you down. I once said that on a panel, and one chick, she really got upset that I said that you have to change your friends, which is bizarre, but she was very privileged. She was Filipino. But the Buddha has a good point. I agree with this. But the company of the wise is as pleasant as meeting with friends. Follow the wise, the intelligent, and the awakened. Follow them as the moon follows the path of the stars. Dhammapada. Let a person be a light to himself and learn wisdom. When he is free from delusion, he will go beyond birth and death. No one whose thoughts are only of this world can be a follower of the awakened. Oh, so if you only think of in this world, you're just stuck in the earthly realm. All things in this world are changing, but enlightenment remains forever. Dhammapada. Or so we hope, right? Or so we hope.